Good morning. It's actually, I don't know what date it is. It's Saturday. It's last Saturday in March. I'm out for my long run. Plan is to do about, 31k maybe. So going back to what my long run route was a couple of weeks ago. Last weekend I just did 21 as it was recovery week. One thing I would say though is I didn't feel massively recovered after recovery week. I've been feeling really quite fatigued recently. Not sure what's up with that. Whether I've got a bit of a cold or something. But yeah, just not feel very fresh. Whether it's psychological because I've got a holiday starting this time next week. Whether I'm just feeling ready for a holiday, I don't know. But legs are not been feeling amazing this week. Still, hopefully I've still got the mileage in me. I'm just going to take it gentle. Try and keep the heart rate down. So that's me 8k in, a quarter of my overall distance. Legs still feeling quite heavy. It's definitely the bottom part of my legs, calves and shins. It's not getting worse, and I would say I was easing into it a bit, so hopefully we'll have success today. But this general feeling of fatigue's a bit annoying, and so I've been giving it some consideration because it's not just a new thing. So I guess there's a few things that I could do, a few possible causes. Could be overtraining. I don't think it's that. Well, I've certainly been building up training. It's not like I'm running every day, and I don't feel injured. There's nothing sore, just fatigued. Maybe my body's just not adapted to a longer distance yet, which is fair enough. Could be that, but it's just this general feeling of fatigue. And it's not like my heart rate variation is in a bad place, which would be like a normal sign of overtraining. My sleep is pretty good, to be honest. I really do try and make sure I get plenty of sleep. And it's generally of reasonable quality. I don't drink anymore, so that helps me get better sleep and just generally good for my health. My nutrition's pretty good. Have to say, we're feeling tired. I'm definitely compensatory eating, so but I'm definitely not starving myself of carbs. Getting plenty of protein, plenty of fruit and veg. I don't think it's sleep. You know, I'm doing other things from recovery, like mobility work, warm Epsom salt baths, massage gun, foam rolling. It could be psychological elements. As I said, I'm looking forward to this holiday. It could just be a feeling of just needing a break. Thank you. Another consideration is there something physiologically up? Is there a root medical cause? So as I said, I potentially got a bit of a cold. Kids have had a bit of a cold. I've had a bit of a ache in the kidney area, but that could be because of strength and conditioning work. I've got a new core workout routine, so it could be that, or it could be some sort of viral type thing, which would make sense, but I would expect to see that affecting my heart rate data a bit. So I'm not convinced in that one. So another physiological consideration is some sort of deficiency. So, in terms of vitamin, mineral type stuff, there's 3 likely causes: low iron, low vitamin D, and low B12. Given I live in Scotland, vitamin D deficiencies wouldn't be out of the question. And I do take a multivitamin supplement, and I take a greens mix, not AG1, but a greens mix that does have some additional vitamins in it. But it, yeah, could definitely be that. Don't eat a huge amount of red meat. I mean, it could be iron. And another possible cause is hormonal. So, yeah, I turned 49 this week, and something that happens to us all, male and female, as we age, is changing hormone profile. But specifically testosterone. There are a number of symptoms of low testosterone. I definitely don't tick all the boxes, But you know, some of the symptoms are lack of recovery from exercise, feeling of fatigue, mental fog, yeah, so mood, things like that. So it can be real psychological downsides to low testosterone. So that's certainly been on my mind. So to that end, on deficiencies in general, I got a private blood test done through Superdrug. And that showed low testosterone. It wasn't off the chart low, it was just at the very low end of what's considered normal, what they would say is borderline. What kind of yellow faced bird's that? Is that a yellow hammer? So yeah, they call it a borderline result. So my next stage, which I just did this week, was to go to my doctor's and get an official blood test done. So on Tuesday they took 3 vials of blood, and as an aside, oh goodness me, the Superdrug thing, I'd use these lancets and pierce my finger and trying to get blood out. I really struggle with that. My fingers are quite used to getting cuts and things, and we're doing DIY, and they just seem quite tough, and I really struggle to get blood out. But then at the phlebotomist at the doctor's, I've got quite big veins and stuff. She's able to take blood, no problem. So that was Tuesday, blood taken. I got a call back yesterday to say that yes, my testosterone levels are shown as low. However, they need to do a retest in a month's time just to see if it was a blip or whether they are just stably low. So this is quite interesting, and there's a bit of breaking news on my health front. And low testosterone is one of these things that I bet is relatively prevalent. It's probably not a reality that a lot of guys want to face. So we'll see what happens in 4 weeks' time. Whether, I mean, I'll have been on holiday, additional rest, maybe that'll impact it. But yeah, so if I think I've got 2 low results, it's then a question of what do we do about it. So one of the main solutions is testosterone replacement therapy, just like HRT for women. I've got a feeling there might be a degree of stigma out there around guys getting TRT. I'm not sure. That doesn't really bother me. I've never really been bothered by what is considered normal group behaviour or whatever. So, you know, I would definitely consider TRT if the doc thought it would help. My only concern with it would be, does it mean I'm on it for a long time? Because TRT, I mean, it doesn't do anything to sort of fix the underlying issues. And my usual approach to things is, yeah, to go after the underlying health issue. However, there may be no underlying health issue. It may just be I've got low testosterone. In which case, TRT might have an impact on my body's own production of testosterone, so-called endogenous testosterone, which you then got to backfill with TRT. And I'd hope to be healthy and not to be one of these people that's on a drug for life to compensate for something. So that's the only thing that doesn't sit too well with me on TRT. But you know, if I try it and it makes a big difference, why not? So that's a different kettle of fish when you're doing hormones. It's effectively doing steroids, you know, which there's definitely rightful stigma about steroid use and abuse. Yeah, you don't want to feel that you're cheating. Just like working through things and improving my fitness bit by bit, just being persistent. That's pretty important to me. I never want to feel like I've cheated my way there. Ooh. This is me coming up to the high point of the run today. Maybe a little bit breezier up here. And yeah, I'll be about 15.5 k's, so just on the halfway of the run. Deer down in the field there. You get Knock Hill in the distance there, which is a racetrack. Used to be an airfield. have to say, legs have eased off a little bit. Don't feel as heavy. Definitely a bit of fatigue though. What have we got here? A couple of buzzards. But yeah, the run definitely felt easier 2 weeks ago. Just goes to show progress isn't linear. Touch that and turn around. And someday I'll run round these woods and up onto this small hill here and back around here. There's a kind of marathon length route I've plotted out. Well, real psychological boost to getting back up to here, I have to say. I was really, at the start of the run, I was really concerned that it was going to be beyond me today. So it'll be interesting to see where am I in, 6, 7, 8 weeks time, having run this on a regular basis, and how does it feel? What's my pace like? Or rather, what's my pace like? Can I go just a little bit quicker but still keep my heart rate down? So this time next weekend, I'll be on a long run in the Lake District. So we're staying in Eskdale near Boot. I'll put the route up on the screen of where I'm going to go. But I'm going to run from the holiday cottage we're staying at to Scafell, past Simmons Knot, and then up Scafell Pike. A lot of ascent. I mean, it's not as far as today, it's only 24k, but it's about 2.5 times the ascent of the run today. And on some pretty, much steeper paths. My ascent today is pretty good for a local run. There's nothing steep. It's all mostly runnable. So it'll be good. Adventure with poles. Just good to get a little bit more ascent under my legs. I just wish I was feeling a little bit fitter this weekend. It gave me a bit more confidence for next weekend. But it's not every day I get the chance to do that sort of run, so it's going to be a challenge, but hey, that's what it's all about, right? And then kind of get back to this route on a regular basis, and then towards the end of April my intention is to run another stretch of the West Highland Way, so running from Bridge of Orchy to Kinlochleven, and it's 33k and quite a lot of ascent, so that's going to be a tough day. But that's the final, well, that's the section I've not run yet. So. And then hopefully later in the year, I don't know when I'll be ready, but whenever I feel I'm ready, September time maybe, I plan to run the route over 2 days. So do Cronlarach to King's House, and then stay in the bunkhouse there, and then King's House to Fort William, and then get the train back from Fort William to Cronlarach. And that really will be the back-to-back long run to test me. But yeah, that'll be pretty much 6 months' time, so a lot of time to make a lot of progress, hopefully. Oh, well, that's 32k done. Sometimes a run ticks all the boxes. Sometimes the only box you tick is that you've done the run. So yeah, felt like quite hard work today. But pleased to get the distance, pleased to get the time on feet. Heart rate just a little bit higher than it should have been. I just had to push things a little bit too hard. But yeah, good to do 32k. It's a nice kind of number because it's just 10k off a marathon. Although I don't feel like I've got a marathon in me just now. Yeah. Kind of right knee, kind of IT band area was feeling quite achy towards the end. But I think that's because my glutes were getting quite tired, so my running form was really suffering. But anyway, it's done. Whew. I need some breakfast. Enjoy your weekend.